had to go out with a big bang boom finisher.
Yep.
I think that was cool.
It was.
This is Henshin Revolution, and next to me is
Kamen Rider Geek. Nice to know you. Welcome to the first episode of the Henshin Revolution podcast, episode 1, where today we'll be talking about Android Kikaider, episodes 1 through 4.
Yep. And me and Geek got to watch this last week, in fact. And every other week, like this, there will be a new one of these out.
Until we finish the series completely.
And
then we'll move on to something else. Something cool, you know.
Well, I was going to say, Kikaider has a direct sequel.
Well, yeah, but once we finish the first series, move on to something else, and then you know. But you know, we can talk about that later. That's pre-production talk, people.
And
we're such a good podcast. We're giving you the background a talk while we do the foreground shit.
And you want to give your overall thoughts of what you thought of Kikaider, since this is your first time seeing the live action Toku?
I can't say I can give my overall because I mean we've only seen the first 4 episodes and there's like 40 something.
Right.
But what I've seen so far is good. But maybe we should talk about the episode before I give my final thoughts on it.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. You want me to start it off, man?
Yeah.
Okay. This is me, talking about a guy who's seen the anime years and years ago on sci-fi that they showed here in America, but I've only known of the original a series. So this was my first go, and I've watched a few of the old show series, and they've all usually had the same start. They'll give you the intro, and then they'll give you the character's sad backstory, and then we go on to why they're the hero. Blah. Kikaider says, "Fuck that formula." You start off with Kikaider and the bad guy beating the snot out of each other, then the intro, and then the bad guy doing bad shit. You really don't get much of the backstory of the character in the first episode, so it's wild.
And I mean, it's different. It's unique.
And very unique. But as I said, in the first episode, they start you right off the bat with the villain of today's episode. Who is Gray Sai King or Gray Rhino King?
Gray Rhino King is his name.
And the overarching villain is Dark, who is led by a guy that I'm referring to as Stoner Rasputin, because he looks like somebody in a Rasputin cosplay. In the first half of the episode, he looks stoned as fuck. I mean, he really looks like he just came from a session. Like, okay, what are we doing today? Wait, is that a rhino?
You are referencing this character. Let me see.
Yeah.
You're referencing him.
Yeah, Dr. something.
Professor Gill.
Professor Gill, yeah. Professor Dr. Semantics. But yes, the main bad guy, Professor Gill. He has in the first episode, he has a lot longer hair and looks a little more like Rasputin in that one. That one he looks a little more like pardon me. He looks a little more like I want to say come on, Sonny. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to forget this because I got the name, and I'm not going to hold up the episode. Me going duh. But yes, back to the episode. We start with, as I said, after the intro, Gray Sai King is causing havoc, and then Kikaider shows up, and we get the first view of his transformation and what Kikaider looks like. And I understand that he's one of the OGs and stuff, but the original suit looked like something you got out of a Spirit Halloween costume. Something you get out of a grocery store with the thick plastic face mask with the little cuts underneath the eyes so you could see out of the mask. Except covers his whole head instead of just the front of his face.
I was gonna say, you get up top corner behind on the thumbnail, you can see Kikaider's human form as well.
Yeah. And underneath that is the manga they did, which was actually I've never read the manga. I need to fix that.
It's the underneath you, Geek. Is
I know.
I know.
See. But
I was gonna say, for an opening for Kikaider, the intro is really it's kind of catchy.
For a 1970s Tokusatsu series, yeah.
The one thing I noticed is this probably was competition with Kamen Rider.
I don't think I would go that far. This series was good, but I don't see this being that big a competitor. I could have been wrong. I wasn't alive then, and I'm just speaking out my ass now.
I'm just that's my thought,
It might have been. I of all the things I looked up about this show, that was one of the things I didn't look up, and now I'm kind of kicking myself for it.
But yes, our monster of the week, like you were saying, is this monster. This is the first monster.
Yes, Gray Sai King.
Gray Rhino King, Gray Sai King in Japan.
Yeah. Sai being the Japanese for Rhino.
That's what I was gonna say. If you wanted to do the characters in the Japanese, you can. I don't mind.
I'm just gonna go because Gray Rhino King, because that's how we'd say but I know words, I promise. But yes, in the Japanese he would be a Gray Sai King. But what's stupid is I think he's the only one that actually has a Japanese name for the animal. All the other ones are just go by the fucking English name. Because I swear, they say Gray Sai King, but it's Green Mantis or Orange Ant or Blue Buffalo or Yellow Jaguar, and none of those names I just said are made up of folks. They really did not go really hard into the names of these monsters of the week. Like, they're just a color and an animal. There is a pink tiger. We haven't got that far yet. We only seen the silhouette. He doesn't show up for a while, or she, but yes, they did not really go hard with the names for these guys.
True. And I've got notes also. So our first episode is episode 1. The terrifying Gray Rhino King is a messenger of hell.
Yep.
Is he a messenger? It's to be determined.
I mean, he got the point of the show across. Monster comes up, does some shit. Kikaider shows up, beats up on the monster. Dr. Gill plays with his flute, and Kikaider freaks out a bit, gets over it, and then beats up the monster, finishing it off with the dingy end. Which for the first 3 episodes, I swear to Christ, we thought he was saying the end, but no, it's dingy end because he's an electrical a robot, so his finisher has to be electrical of some sort.
Probably should. Okay, so my notes for this episode, this is just what I took for it. We get a really cool theme song. We get Gray Rhino King appears. He charges at a man driving a truck. A guitar plays, and Jiro appears. Up in the top corner above, off to the side, is Jiro. in case anybody's wondering.
And if you're wondering, oh, sorry.
The android appears as Kikaider, and Kikaider fights Bray Rhino King. We introduce Professor Gill and Dr. Komeyoji, who is the creator of Kikaider.
But don't get used to him. He dies before in the first 5 minutes of his appearance. So remember the name because you created him. But other than that, you can kind of get him for a bunch of episodes until he explicitly shows up again, like they always do in these series. Nobody's ever dead until you see a corpse, and if you see the corpse, you better see the head. And sometimes if you see the head, you better make sure the brain's in there.
Yeah.
My point is, death is not an end in these Tokusatsu series.
Yeah, in a sense, you're right.
But yeah, the first episode is your typical well, not so typical introductory episode from what I said at the beginning, because you get like the beats. Android Kikaider was made by Dr. Komeyoji, and apparently he was either commissioned or getting funding from Dark, and he didn't want he found out Dark was evil, didn't want Kikaider to be used for evil, and of course Dark was like, yeah, we're going to use him for evil, fuck what you think. And because of that, Komeyoji gets kidnapped, and Kikaider gets is left unfinished. He was built without a consciousness circuit or something like that, yep. And this circuit is supposed to help him to keep from being controlled by Dark. Which, funny enough, it comes up, I think, in the third or fourth episode that will come up. But when we get to those episodes in this review, we'll get to that. But yeah, the first episode is basically, we open with a fight. We get a little bit of exposition, a taste of our character's backstory. Not as much as like we got with Kamen Rider with Hongo going over his fucking scholastic achievements and how he's basically a Gary Stu. I love Kamen Rider, but look at how they describe Hongo before he's a writer. Tell me he's not a Gary Stu.
Oh, also, I was going to mention, and when we meet Komeyoji, we also meet his daughter.
Yeah, yes, because and that will be part of the point I want to bring up later. But yes, she was there to help him create. We also before we meet them, we get to meet her brother, his son Masura, the Kenny of the series, if you will.
I wish I had pictures. That's one. There's some characters that are hard to find pictures of. Hold on.
Let's see if I can get any for you.
But
no, just of some of the monsters and a bunch of Kikaider, but I can't find any of the family, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, big part of the show, and no episodes of pictures of him. I'm not going to hold up the show.
Yeah,
but yes, right and also I guess they were trying to show how inhuman he was or whatever. There's just some scenes with Kikaider where he's really fucking creepy.
I get it.
Like when come on, Sonny, you were just talking about the dude. When Dr. Komeyoji is initially hiding him from his daughter for whatever reason, he has him just a sheet thrown over him like he's a fucking piece of furniture or something. And when you pull the sheet off him, he's just standing there with this big wide grin for whatever reason. It's like, I thought you didn't have your emotions yet. Why are you grinning at me like you want to eat my heart?
Professor Gill has a flute that causes Jiro to go escape after a fire in the lab, basically. So we are introduced to the Legion of Destructoids. And like you said, each one, the name is different, and they go by the English name after this one, apparently.
Yeah, because I remember specifically when they were announcing all these different animals. Rhino was specifically called Psyking. Psy for Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
But all the other ones like Green Mantis, Orange Ant, Blue Buffalo. You know what? I'm just going to name all the names. We stopped at Blue Buffalo. There's also Yellow Jaguar, Black Horse, Blue Kong, which that's two blues, but whatever. Carmine Spider, Red Condor, Scorpion Brown. He's the one where instead of, I guess, Brown Scorpion just sounded wrong. Golden Wolf, Silver Cat, Pink Tiger, Silver Tortoise, Golden Bat, Rouge Jellyfish, Red Hornet, Black Chameleon, King Crab Maroon, Blue Water Scorpion, that's the second scorpion, Purple Rat, White Saw Shark, I guess a great white shark was out of the picture, Yellow Antlion Brothers, Pink Armadillo, Orange Snail, Green Mammoth, Violet Turbo, whatever I don't know what kind of animal a turbo is. Green Sponge. Oh, that's going to be interesting to see. So frightening. The Red Devil Stinger, Octopus Gold. So golden bat and an octopus gold. Okay. Another blue animal, blue electric eel, red squid, red masked crab, black echidna, tiny echid. Oh, I think I know that episode. That's the one. We'll talk about that one, that episode. But yeah, those characters I can't wait to see. Black Crow, multicolored sand lizard. That one's cheating. Stag beetle blue, starfish purple, angler brown, grasshopper gray, red mine toad, and finally skeleton flying squirrel. That's not even a fucking color.
You just said the words. You just said it.
Skeleton flying squirrel. There's no color in that.
And
apparently has an ability called the Flying Squirrel Crunch. Explosive ribs called rib fire bombs. And teleportation. Because, yeah, flying squirrels need that, for sure. Yes, this series, like most series back in the Showa era of Japan, is just interesting. Some of it's confusing. A lot of it can be confusing, but if you sit through it, it does eventually explain itself somewhat. And we get the first beats of that in the first episode. Monster shows up. We get introduced to the villains who start looking less and less stoned as time goes on. Thankfully, he does. Apparently, Professor Gill decided to just strap on and get to work and drop the weed until the job was done.
In case anybody wants to watch his Henshin, here's
Yep, that's pretty much it.
He has a cool Henshin, I will say. Something generic, but
it's all right. But for the time area that it came out of, it's pretty standard. I'm kind of biased because we get such fancier ones, later down the line, especially in the Heisei area. But in the Heisei area, that's when they had fucking computers and shit.
Yeah. I would actually say computers were during Kamen Rider Black era.
Yeah, but we didn't get really like CGI and stuff like that until
like the first generation, I guess. It's a word. Grey Rhino King kidnaps Masaru, and Kikaider has to rescue him.
And that happens a lot of the episodes. But if you're a fan of Toku and you've watched any Toku, that always happens. the bad guy feels compelled to kidnap somebody close to the writer or the or whatever the hero is in the case of the series, and to drag the hero out to fight him, which inevitably ends up in their destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think that after the fourth or fifth monster got blown up for kidnapping the hero's friends, they'd stop kidnapping the hero's friends or just kill them.
Yeah, we get the cool Henshin of Kikaider 1, 2, 3, 4. Change, switch on. We have a cool up. I think Kikaider has a fun fight with Grey Rhino King.
It's an all right fight.
Double chop, and with Kikaider, he has a double chop, which is karate chop, basically.
The dingy end.
And giant, which and giant swing, which sets him up for the end, his finisher. I noticed this, and I bet you caught this as well. Whenever a dark destructoid is blown up, they turn into machine parts.
Yeah, and it was weird. I know they probably just went to an electronics store or whatever, grabbed a bunch of bits, and just whenever the monster was supposed to be blown up, they just throw the bits into the shot. But I don't see any of the bits that any of those monsters drop being useful in robot monster production.
We have besides the destructoids, we have our android men who are foot soldiers.
Yeah, your typical toku baddies. Next time we watch these, we'll have to take screenshots of some of this stuff.
If you want to, you can.
I mean, we should have done it. I should have thought of that earlier. It would be good for the show.
Episode 2 will have stuff. There you go.
Yes, we promise the next show will be a lot better, and I promise not to stutter and stammer as much. I got a speech impediment, so I can't stop it completely, but I can promise to try and be better. I can be better. Just don't leave me. I don't have anywhere else to go.
And we get
Pardon, random dog.
Yeah. And at the end, Jiro and Masaru right away.
Yeah, that's a lot of episodes, because he much like Kamen Rider, he also has a transforming motorcycle. Unlike Kamen Rider, his motorcycle is built for passengers in mind.
And it is right here. It's the Side Machine is the name of it.
Yep. Yes, the only rider that I know of that has a purposely built-in sidecar from Jump.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when he doesn't have anybody else with him, and he never gets like a secondary rider or anything, it feels kind of pointless after a while. But I mean, at least they were thoughtful of the people he might be saving. If he was that kind of show. Yeah, he really only saves the two people, which makes me wonder if the monsters just like kidnap somebody else, would Kikaider even show up?
Good question. You got me curious, with everything, if that were the case, as well.
It's something to ponder. Are they heroes, or are they just assholes that like certain people? Because Kamen Rider, he's always there's more. He's usually actually, I can't say that. I've only watched the first 3 episodes, and he's dealt with his ex-girlfriend, I guess you could call her at that point. But anyways,
okay? I was gonna say you're talking about OG, right?
Yeah, OG. But anyways, back to this series. He blows up a Grey Rhino King, who turns into parts that would say as far as I know up to now, in all the 4 episodes of all the monsters, when they blow up, they turn into bits and baubles that you'd find in like a hardware store or some shit. how those end up as inside a robot? I'm thinking that Professor Gill just builds these robots, and that there's just like a bunch of space left, so he just throws random shit in there because just to fill them out. I mean, because that's the only reason I can think of those random electrical parts that don't seem to be part of anything that would be in a robot. I know it's the 70s, but come on, man.
It's just interesting when you think about it that, I mean, this is the origin of our Kamen Rider's creator that created Kikaider. And the fact that he envisioned this is really cool. Just for the first episode, at least.
I'm not saying it's a bad series, anything. It is just the first episode is not your typical toku. Because, like I said, most of the tokus I've ever watched, they'll introduce you to, they'll give you a little bit of backstory before all of a sudden throwing a monster at you. No, fuck this. This series starts with the monster, goes into the intro, and then continues with the monster.
Mm-hmm.
This show is there to show you that it is not there to fuck around. Oh, and the actors we even talked about, Kikaider, aka Jiro, was played by Daisuke Ban. Dr. Komiyoji was played by Hajime Izu. Mitsuku is played by Jun Mizunoi. I am not Japanese, so if I am pronouncing some of these wrongs, some of these names wrong, please forgive me. I am trying my best. Masuru was played by Masahiro Kamiya.
Mm-hmm.
And Professor Gill was played by Matsuo Ando. Now, one of the things I want to touch about in the second episode is in the second episode, we get introduced to the comic relief character, the descendant of the Hattori Hanzo ninja clan, Hantei Hattori, who I want to dislike him because he's annoying, but there's just something about him. He's just great. He's all kinds of incompetent. He makes you wonder. You say you're a descendant of the ninjas. Are you lying?
I was going to add on to one thing that about Kikaider's actor Daisuke Ban. He is also known. So here's some other roles that he is known for. So he's well known in Toku, other than Kikaider. In case anybody's curious, he's Ananzaman. I think that's how you say it. He's Ananzaman in the Ananzaman universe series. In Ninja, he's in Ninja Captor. He's in Battle Fever J, which is the third Super Sentai season. He is the second Battle Cossack. And he is also in Gridman.
Gridman, which came to America and was turned into Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. God, that's a mouthful.
You said it. You said it.
And you think some of these Japanese shows are a mouthful?
Okay, wait till you get to others, that are a mouthful.
That's what she said. Let's see. Gotta open up. I didn't mean to shut you down. Okay. But yes, we're introduced to our next monster of the week, Green Mantis. Who, I mean, you got a picture of the guy, right?
Yes, I do.
Then please, sir.
Oops. Wrong. Okay, there we go. Mr. Green Mantis. There we go.
That guy. You can't see his arm, but he only actually has one mantis.
Angle.
Yeah, he's got one mantis. What you'd think a mantis would have as an arm, that little sickle. But he also, for whatever reason, has a tentacle. The appendage that mantises are known for. Their tentacles. And it was apparently it was designed because it was supposed to be for the toys and shit. I just think he looks more like what you'd think a Mothman would be, almost, because that beak don't look Mantis. Those eyes are just he doesn't look very Mantis to me. But that is our villain for the day, Green Mantis.
You were talking about our comic relief. We are introduced to
Hanpin Hattori.
I have a picture of him. That's what it is.
Yeah, Hanpei Hanpin Hattori. That asshole.
The idiot of the week, the comic relief of the week.
I wouldn't call him idiot of the week because that implies there might be different idiots, and it's always him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I know he's supposed to be a detective, and that's a stereotypical detective attire, I guess. It just.
I was gonna say, I think if you're gonna ask why he's dressed like that, I'm sure that's the question or something like that.
I was about to postulate that.
It's like Sherlock Holmes. He's supposed to be like, I think. He's
a detective. That's what people think detective. They think Sherlock Holmes, even though there are so many other type detectives I can name, like fucking Columbo. Columbo doesn't dress like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not a detective like a policeman, but he does detective stuff. Kolchak the Night Stalker. He's just a reporter, so he doesn't dress in that stuff. But he is a silly character. He does his job actually pretty good. He's annoying in all the right ways, like a good comedy relief character. He keeps the show from getting too dark, and this series does get a little dark. Like I know I said it was probably third or fourth episode, but there's a point where, and this is kind of early, where the daughter, who, by the way, pointed out in the first episode, was working on him with her father, so you'd think she'd know what she's doing, offers to complete the circuit. She was going to complete the circuit with her father in the first episode when Dark came in to kidnap him and try to get their hands on Kikaider. He turns her down. His goal is to be complete, to get his circuit completed. She offers to do it. He says no because he's afraid of how it might affect his personality. And it's like, motherfucker, this is what you want, and you're going to turn it. How are you going to get your chip fixed, motherfucker? How are you going to get it fixed? How are you going to get it completed? If the only person who can do it at the moment is offering, and you're turning her down. Oh, but the professor made it. But she was. Mm-hmm. Again, I want to repeat, she was working on him with the professor, so she would have to know what she's doing as well, because otherwise she wouldn't be able to help him. But that just, kind of stuck with me, because it's like, to me, it just feels silly.
Yeah, and I mean, and to me, he's a silly character.
Hanpei, but I'm just talking about Kikaider, because that was supposed to be a serious moment. It's like, but you want to be completed, my brother.
Yeah. Episode 2, Jiro starts the episode on the side machine, and we have a quick change fight with Android men. If I can find a picture of those, I will.
Come on. Droid man. Oh, yep, I found an image of him.
I got it.
Okay. Yes, and they're all armed with Naginata. Specifically fucking Naginata.
And I think they're like fish in the face. I notice. If you take
fish or maybe. Oh, that's kind of a grainy picture. It's not from the TV show itself, but I do have a better picture. Excuse me. Let me just save it and uploaded for you gentlemen. Let's see. Let's see.
Do you need me to?
Nope. I got it. I got
Okay.
it. I just had to. Okay. Now I got to find out where that. I'm going blind in my old age.
Do you want me to continue with the episode while you're?
Yeah, you go ahead because I'm trying to. I know I downloaded the. Oh God damn it! Okay, just a moment.
So
Wait.
I like the episode name for episode 2. The mysterious green mantis of the homicidal fiend. As I went into random voice there.
Okay.
Jiro starts the episode on the side machine. We have a fight with Android Man and the monster of the week, Green Mantis. Kikaider escapes. We meet up with Mitsuko and Masaru. Komayoji appears as Green Mantis and kills Dr. Ishigami. We're introduced to Hanatori Hanape, the comedic relief of the series. The wife of Ishigami appears and blames Komayoji as the killer. Weird music is played for Hanape's theme. That's 70s music for you. That's what I pointed out, is 70s style music.
Yeah, it did kind of sound porn like. I will be honest with you on that.
Green Mantis invades the car with Masaru and Mitsuko, and Masaru and Mitsuko escape. The guitar is played and Jiro appears. Green Mantis kidnaps Mitsuko and reveals why he killed Ishigami. Fodder is alive. Hanpei is on the chase along with Jiro and Masaru in the side. The flute is played and Jiro's anger plays. Jiro transforms to Kikaider, tracks down Ishigami, and discovers the secret of Green Mantis. We get our second fight of Green. We get our second fight of Kikaider versus the monster. Kikaider finishes the monster with the end finisher.
Denji end.
Denji end. I think I added that on.
Yeah, because we were talking about it, and I said it sounded so much like the end, but no, it's Denji end.
Of the monsters in the first 4 episodes, what I think is unique is the next one. There you go.
There, that is what the android men look like. That is not a joke. Yes, they wore fucking trainers. I kept referring to complimenting the show because I believe without Kikaider, luchadors in Japan would not have gotten work.
Mm-hmm. Episode 3. I don't think I didn't write the name of episode 3.
Episode 3. Let me scroll down. I have the list all right here. Episode 2 was The Mysterious Green Mantis is a Homicidal Fiend. And episode 3, The Accursed Orange Ant's Deadly Challenge. Oh, speaking of Orange Ant.
I got the picture.
Okay, go ahead and. Oh yes, and I noticed that his arms look like the little hot dogs you see in some Japanese shows, the little tiny cocktail weenies, and his arms shoot a purple jelly that either melt you or explode. Because yeah, that's how that shit like that works. And that's not a mispronunciation. His name is literally just Orange Ant. He reminds me of a monster from a movie called Karate Robo Zaboger, And in that one, he was just called Diarrhea Robo, but it was basically the same looking critter. I think Diarrhea Robo had hands. This guy doesn't even have hands. He can't even scratch his own nose if he wants to. Poor guy.
The flute of Dr. Gill's played an insect is shown, and the monster is Orange Ant for the week.
Is there stuff in it?
Oh, he squirts a purplish liquid that is like acid. Jiro comes back from swimming, and Mitsuko notices that Jiro doesn't eat. A woman is found washed on the rocks alive.
Oh wow, the robot doesn't. The robot man doesn't eat. That is a surprise that should concern us. Sorry.
A dark destructoid killed her husband.
Yeah, melted him good. I mean, it wasn't like really violent. You didn't see his like flesh melt or anything, but there was a lot of smoke, and he screamed, and then clearly he's supposed to be gone. And then later he shoots a guy in the back with this stuff, and it explodes like I want to say volatile explosive of fluid. Don't shake it or it goes boom. Fuck. Nitroglycerin. Yeah, it detonates almost like nitroglycerin. Almost.
An explosion kills one of the humans as the android men chase after somebody. Here's where Hanpei comes in again. Hanpei tries to fight the android men, but flees. Jiro appears when they come outside, and Professor Gill's madness flute plays. Orange Ant comes in for the KO. Kikaider faked his flute trick, and Jiro transforms into Kikaider, and during their battle, Orange Ant sprays Kikaider with his liquid, and Kikaider cuts his arm off, and Kikaider flees wounded. Mitsuko tries to fix Jiro, but Jiro won't let her. Mitsuko tells the story of why his name is Jiro. Jiro drives off and follows Orange Ant's acid trail, and Masaru hid in the side machine. Orange Ant hid underground. It pops up from underground, and the android men spray the acid liquid. Hanpei watches Masaru while Kikaider deals with Orange Ant and their android men. Orange Ant, playing in the dirt, shoots missiles at Kikaider. One hits and weakens Kikaider, and he uses the end to KO Orange Ant as Kikaider and Co. drive off.
And that's another thing I've noticed in a lot of series. You noticed, Orange Ant shot Kikaider with one of his spikes, but every other spike he shot exploded. But the one that lodged in Kikaider's leg did not. So it's like, did you just purposely not shoot him with the explosive spike? And if so, why? You could have just detonated it, and that's the end of your hero. And I know that's why not they did it, because that'd be a sucky end for a series to have 3 episodes. But still, it's like, why are you going to have explosive weapons but not use them? It makes your villain look dumb, and eventually that gets boring. Just having dumb villains. You want your villain, if they lose, to at least lose because not because they're dumb, but because the hero actually did something better.
We have this on physical media if anybody wants to watch this as well. This is out through Discotech Media is who released it.
Yep, Discotech Media. Fine purveyors of stuff like Digimon, Fist of the North Star, Sonic X, Hajime no Ippo, Urusei Yatsura, Galaxy Express 99, Bo. God, I love that series. And Monster, which I watched, I kind of found boring. And Berserk and other such shows. God, I sound like I'm advertising something. Where's my money, Discotech? Please don't sue us into oblivion. Oh, they also wait. There was a Violence Jack anime. Oh shit.
But anyways, in all seriousness, they are also the subholders of the Showa Kamen Rider series. In case anybody's wondering, they've released from V3 to Black RX on Showa, but not their latest one was Amazon. Sorry, had to do it. And their next one is Stronger.
Stronger is one we'll talk about in the future. Not a fan of the suit, but there's a lot of series I can say that about.
And our next episode, I caught it, and I'm glad I did it, is Evil Blue Buffalo Sets a Trap. And our monster of the week for this episode is Blue Buffalo,
who for whatever reason has crab claws, because that of course is the most important. I mean, if they made it look like hooves, I could have given that, but it's like, why crab claws? You literally have a villain later who is a literal crab. You don't need to give your buffalo dude crab claws. You could have just made him like the first one, and just, you know, you couldn't give him a drill horns or nothing, but maybe you could have made his those things off his head fire or something. Crab claws just don't make sense. I mean, the acid spray made more sense for the ant, because you get some ants that actually spray acid and shit. And I'm sure there's probably some mantis out in the middle of some godforsaken jungles somewhere in the world that might have tentacles. I don't fucking know. There's bugs we haven't even discovered yet, and probably shouldn't, because they'll eat us. They might even be in Australia. They keep finding deadly shit there. But yeah, Blue Buffalo did not need crab claws.
Episode 4, the Evil Blue Buffalo Sets a Trap. A man walks by boats, and in the water, bubbles from Blue Buffalo appear. I thought, this is just me personally, I thought the monster of this episode had a weird design.
I mean, admittedly, yeah, because they went with the buffalo that they also call the Widowmaker, which has those show the picture again. Yeah, even for that type of buffalo, the water buffalo, even for a water buffalo, those are kind of big. And while yes, when you think about it, water buffalo can be scary, because I mean, an animal that if you shoot is not, most animals, when you shoot at, they're going to run away. A black buffalo will run to a point, turn around, and then stalk your ass to kill you. They are vindictive bastards, and there's a reason they're called Widowmaker. That is not a cute nickname. But yeah, they could have gone so much. This is just not an interesting villain, but with 43 episodes, not everything's going to be an absolute best. Oh yes, and episode 4 is titled "The Demonic Blue Buffalo Sets a Trap."
Huh? I thought it said the evil.
Nope. The demonic blue buffalo. Akuma no boru buffalo ga wana oharu. The demonic blue buffalo sets a trap. It might have said evil in the translation, but as we know, fans' translations can be hit or miss sometimes. Like, I saw a fan translation of Kamen Rider Den-O where they had a fucking Momotaro cursing every other fucking word, but if you know enough Japanese, you know he's not cursing.
Mm-hmm.
Like in one episode scene, he screams "Gomen Nasai." That's all he screams, but they translate it as "I'm fucking sorry," and that's literally not what he said. He said "Gomen Nasai," which is just "I'm very sorry."
Monster using a horn-shaped missile. A missile is fired and the man dies. From
shocker there.
On a boat, Jiro and the android men get into a fight, and we have a battle on the boat. I like down the road what happens this episode, how Jiro, is able to.
Oh yes, and also be this doesn't bother me much because I mean he's a cyborg, so ranged weapon. He also has the ability to breathe fire. But again, like missiles and the fire thing that doesn't bother me. Just the crab claws seem weird. I mean, even the rhino's drill horn, I feel made more sense than the buffalo crab claws. The missiles again don't bother me because I mean he's got spikes. He could just fire that shit off.
Mm-hmm. At the hotel, a girl is in crit condition. At a construction site, Blue Buffalo tests his armor against various weapons. And like you pointed out with this construction site's been shown in various tokusatsus.
Yes, if you've watched any Kamen Rider, any Sentai series, you'll know which rock quarry I'm talking about. It's the same rock damn you Windows, don't do that to me. Let's see, rock. Yeah, it's if
People
yes,
start
specifically the rock quarry is Mount Iwafune in Tojika Prefecture, Japan, also known as Iwafani Cliff Stage. Basically, if you fight in a quarry, it's in Iwafuna Fune. Sorry,
you're fine. People start bidding for Blue Buffalo. A programmer escaped from dark, and Handpay being a silly stuff. Blue Buffalo drags the car away with the woman, and the woman escaped. Blue Buffalo catches up to her, and Kikaider, in disguise as an android man, and starts to fight with Blue Buffalo. Kikaider escapes, and Handpay meets up with the programmer. In his office, Blue Buffalo breaks the wall. Blue Buffalo tracks the programmer via her button. Android men take Togawa's daughter. Jiro, with his chill guitar song, fights the android men, takes her to Handpay's office. Jiro and the programmer's daughter take the elevator, and it's a trap. The flute of madness happens. Handpay and the trio arrive at the palace. Handpay and the trio arrive at the place. The change commences. The fight between Kikaider and Blue Buffalo happens, and we get our usual finisher of dingy end with Blue Buffalo doing the end.
And being reduced to a pile of scrap. Which, like I said, we'll take a screenshot, a shot for the next show. But it's just a pile of random scrap that I don't know how it would end up in a robot.
I think the dingy ends like this, like that, something like that.
No, it's more both hands over the head, and then just chops a straight down.
Let me see if I can't find a thing
of GIF of it.
Mm-hmm. There's got to be.
No doubt, no doubt.
Found a GIF of the anime version.
I mean, as long as it could, just play it. We'll see.
There we go. It's kind of like that in a sense.
Yeah, but that's only just the setup. There's a whole.
Yeah. I don't know if there's.
I can't. I just pull up. I just pulled up episode 2, and I. Okay, no, you're right. It is a cross chop.
What do you think? What did you think of these episodes so far? These first 4.
I mean, or is it this one? Oh, yep, it's that one. Okay. All right, just a sec. I'm trying to get a screenshot.
Wow, we're about to hit an hour on this.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I know. Let's see. Because screenshots are weird. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see. Control B. I'm sharing the picture to you, and then I'm going to save image.
I got it saved. By the way, in case you're wondering, Geek was sending me machine parts, what they look like.
Yes.
But that's an example of what we have for.
Yes. That is what was left of Green Mantis when he blew up, and that's just a direct screenshot. I just snipped myself. You can see the end full screen blah. I just shift Windows S and took. Oh, excuse me, took the snip. But yeah, it's generally stuff like a pile of scrap like that. The same generic crap. Funny enough.
But what have you thought of these first 4 episodes? Can you?
I would highly recommend this series. If you like the old school Tokusatsu series, you're going to like this. If you can get your hands on it, I would 100% recommend and give this a watch. And after you watch that, give the anime a shot, because the anime is a bit shorter than the original series. But it's also they do the story a little better. It's you understand a little more what the fuck's going on from episode 1, and after that, look up the movie Mechanical Violator Kikaider, which is kind of a side movie. And you can actually watch that without watching Kikaider and not miss a fucking thing, because except for for Kikaider and just his name and his look, it has nothing to do with the actual Kikaider series. It's just a really good movie that is based off this franchise.
Speaking of which, that will be something for sure we'll be doing with special guests, maybe.
Oh, hell yeah! Now I will definitely be here to stutter and stammer my way through it and drive away whatever people are watching us.
Do you have, before we blast out of here, do you have anything that you don't have anything that your guys are doing on your end on YouTube?
Nah, the only thing I do is this for now. And as I've said to every show I've been on, once I actually start doing something, I promise to let everybody know. And I've only been saying that like a year or 2 now. Eventually, I'll get something done.
I get the feeling this is a year or something happens like that, but
I will keep my fingers crossed and pray for that.
By the way, in case anybody was curious what the slipcover looks like with it off, different poses, and then there's that. I got my copy off Amazon. So Android Kikaider has 4 discs on it total.
Four discs, but which is not surprising considering it's 43 episode length.
What's surprising is its sequel has only 1 disc.
I also think that the 2 plus 2 is 4. I think the sequel series doesn't have as many episodes.
As for me, for stuff, you'll see me live tomorrow. Wink, wink. With Anubis. Silver Screen Savants is back. Yay! It's monthly now, so you won't see it every week. Because gives me more time to work on content, like you said before. And it'll be live. So, and we are talking about. Do I have a thumbnail? Yeah, I do. We're talking about that movie tomorrow.
Mortal Kombat.
Sorry, I don't know why it was the theme song, but I am really looking forward to talking about that movie. That's one that I've never seen before until I picked it out of the blue. Oh, in fact, speaking of movies, I want to eventually on this show talk with you about the first video game movie, Mirai Ninja. That will be also something. It's by the creator of Garo. Kita. All I know is Kita. I'm so bad with his last name, so.
Listen to how I pronounced some of the Japanese names earlier and don't feel too bad.
But this has been episode 1, Henshin Revolution Podcast. Sound off in the comments below. And also, in fact, you guys will be able to watch this on Spotify as well. So get the views rolling. I will be putting this out on Spotify. Is there some outro you want to say? Anything?
We will see you guys in 2 weeks for episodes 5, 6, 7, 8. Till then, be excellent to each other, and be the person that Mr. Rogers would be proud of. Peace out. Peace out and love all.
Peace.